Hi, everybody. Thanks for those who are joining me for the first time and those of you who have been with me for some time. Changed it up a little bit. I'm Adele Levine, intuitive and medium. All right, guys. So I wanted to do a video on manifestation. I've done it before. I'm pretty sure I've done other videos. I definitely have done a class on it, and I will be doing another class on it next week. So here's a little video to kind of introduce you to the idea. There's so much out there about manifestation. I mean, there are videos and books and, I'm sure there's a million TikTok, right, videos on it. You can find this subject so widespread that it can be a little bit overwhelming. So here is my little saying. Manifestation is not asking. You might have seen people say things like put the intention out. There even is a book called The Secret, and it's really not a secret. And it's all this concept, if you put this intention out, if you put it out into the universe, you will then get that car or that house or that job or that person you love. Yeah, that's kind of the concept of manifestation. And to me, that's basically looking at it like a wishing, kind of like a genie in a bottle. Now, although I loved Robin Williams in Aladdin, he was the best genie ever. And it would be awesome to have that happen. That is not how manifestation works. It isn't asking or wishing. At least this is my concept. Now, some of you may disagree and you may have a different idea of it, but I am doing a video on how I've come to learn to understand it and how I've actually used it for me. You can take the little pieces of it that you like and toss out what you don't. That's what I believe in always, okay? So the idea of putting it out there to the universe and wanting it to come to you is basically seeing it like you're helpless to me. It is. I know it doesn't seem like that, but it may be presented to you like you're taking the power into your hands, you're setting your intention, but that is different than kind of believing everything has energy, which is what I believe. That car, that house, that job already exists in another realm. It is already there. It's already for the taking. And it just hasn't manifested into a physical form. Just giving you, my New York cup as, I had to throw that in there. As an example of something tangible. So in other words, kind of look at it like this. If somebody has a vision for a painting, or they want to write a book, or they want to create anything, it comes from here. It is existing in your mind. It is existing in your heart. It is existing in your soul. And it's even existing somewhere else. You ever hear artists say it's already kind of there and I just kind of pulled it through me as a conduit? Well, that's the same thing with manifesting. When you say to yourself, okay, this is what I want to do, this is the amount of money I want to make, it is already existing in the energy form, but everything moves very slow here. In this world, everything is heavier. Our bodies are heavier. Our world is heavier. We have gravity. Everything moves at a slower pace versus to when you see energy or you see lightning or you see electricity, it does feel and seem and is faster moving. That's the best example. I know I'm not Einstein. Let's give props to Einstein. However, I'm saying to you that is how I see it. I see everything has energy. I do think another person who was much more intelligent than I could ever be, Tesla, had this belief. Tesla. And if you look at it like there's an energy out there, and it is the energy of the money, the energy of the car. It is the energy of what you want, and you are pulling it to you. Now, I have a way that I do this, and I'm going to get into that on my Patreon. So if you haven't joined my Patreon, you should, because I'm going to start putting things that are a little more detailed on there. However, if you've ever been told This is my question to you. You know, put your mindset on it, set your intention, meditate on it, see it, believe it. Create, what are those boards what are those boards? Why can't I think of it? Intention boards, vision boards. Ding! Vision boards. If you've ever been told, put a vision board and you'll have everything. I'm not saying these things don't work, but most of the time, and leave in the comments below, have you been told to do these things and you've struggled with it? Or maybe you have an awesome story to tell us that it's worked for you. But for most people, it's just really hard. If you're in the middle of chaos, if you're trying to make changes in your life, it is hard to see how putting something up and looking at it, almost dreaming of it, is going to pull it to you. However, if you believe it already exists in that realm and other people are pulling it to them, and you want to just pull it to you. What I mean by pull it to you is that you are meeting it halfway. So it already exists, the energy of whatever you want is already in existence, and you're just pulling it into the physical realm. So, like if someone is a sewer, if someone is somebody who creates clothes and has a vision of a design, then they already know that is existing to them. It is real to them, but they have to manifest it into a physical, actual material. Now, I have done this, which I'm going to share on my Patreon because I want to get into detail. But I have done this and I can share with you now. I have done this a few times and I've gotten quite a few things this way. And this is how I see it, that we have an energy in us and we're pushing that energy out to what already exists. Kind of imagine long golden ropes coming off of you. And you are wrapping that, yes, I know, like Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, anybody? And you're wrapping it around what already exists and you're pulling it, claiming it. It is yours. Not, this is what I'm visualizing. This is what I'm hoping. This is what I want to hope comes to me or bring to me. But you are just wrapping it. You're lassoing it and pulling it into this world. So you are pulling what already exists into this world, into you. And that is how I believe manifestation really is. It is manifesting it into a physical form. It is not creating it from thin air. It is not asking for the universe to bring it to you. It is meeting the universe halfway, meaning meeting them in the energy world, that realm that is within this realm, and pulling it into the physical world. There are more than one worlds, meaning there are different dimensions that exist within our dimension. And that is what I would like you to wrap your head around and kind of see it a little differently. Because then you know that the power is in your hands, right? It's not you going, oh, I hope this happens. I'm willing it to happen. I'm setting the intention, which is all good things, by the way, totally fine. But you can take it a step further and see it as it already exists. I just have to work on pulling it to me. And that also means you've got to do things. Energy begets energy. So you got to make those calls. You got to put out those resumes. You got to make things happen too. You got to do everything you can in this physical world. Kind of look at it like you got to do the nuts and bolts, right, of the building. And you have to kind of do that because that's what this world is. So you can't just sit there and create a vision board or do a spell or things like this and say, hey, I want this to come. You have to meet the universe halfway because I'm sorry, as much as we love Aladdin and we love genies, that is not how manifestation works. And the universe definitely doesn't work that way. And even the beings that you work with or deities, whatever you work with, they are not genies in the bottle for you. It reminds me of a song. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps. What you can do is start seeing it differently. See as it already exists and pull it to you. And you can go ahead and jump to my Patreon where I'm going to give a little bit more things to do at home. And I will be doing a full class, online class about this as well that will help really fill it out and really show you some other ways you can rev up the energy to push out and use those Wonder Woman lassos to you. All right, guys. So this is your last chance. I just wanted to let you know I'm doing a class on energy climate. For those of you who are not familiar what I've been doing, I post them every day on Instagram. What is the energy climate? And my last video from last week is about it. So if you want to check it out, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do it for yourself. All right. So remember this, follow yourself, follow no one, listen to your inner voice, and I'll see you soon.